What is up, everybody? JT Dangerously here once again. I am back to do my TLC 2020 predictions. Now, TLC happens this Sunday live on the WWE Network from Tropicana Field, home of the American League champions, the Tampa Bay Rays, in Tampa, Florida. Now, this card for WWE's final pay-per-view of 2020 TLC this year is stacked from top to bottom. Now, as of right now, we have 5 big matches on the card with 4 big titles on the line, so I am extremely excited to do my TLC predictions for you guys this year, the final WWE pay-per-view of 2020, and I hope you guys do enjoy. Now, our record coming into TLC this year after our last WWE pay-per-view, which was the Survivor Series celebrating 30 years of The Undertaker, we went 4-2. So our overall record coming in is 235, 110, and 1. So we're coming in extremely hot, and I'm looking to keep it that way. So hopefully in this video we will continue the winning ways. We're on a 7 pay-per-view winning streak. Hopefully in this video we make it number 8. Hopefully. Now, this is the second video of a combined and potentially 4 video day on the channel today and this week, guys. So, hope you guys will be able to watch this video and all the big videos I'll be putting up on the channel in the month of December. And as always, show your support on the channel as always, guys, by watching these videos, super kicking those like buttons, hitting that notification bell, and commenting your picks and your opinions in the comment sections down below. Now, if this is your first time watching my channel today, guys, as a first-time viewer, and this is your first video, boy, big to go. And if you're a huge fan of the WWE like myself, and you're ready for this year's Tables, Ladders, and Chairs pay-per-view. Welcome to the Dangerous Alliance. I'm JT Dangerously. Welcome to the club, because this club is... Woo woo again, thank you guys so very much. Now, other than that, let's get right into these predictions. Now, if they do add any other matches to this card, which they probably will by Monday or Friday, I'll have all of those picks in the comment sections down below, but I'm going to do the 5 big matches that have already been determined. Let's start off with the first matchup. It is for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Starting off with the challengers. They are representing the Hurt Business, and they are looking to become the next Raw Tag Team Champions, consisting of Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. And the Hurt Business are challenging the reigning and defending 3-time Raw Tag Team Champions. They are the team of Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. They are the New Day. Now, this is the 4th one-on-one meeting between the Hurt Business and the New Day. The New Day lead the all-time series 2-1. Now, the Hurt Business's last victory over the New Day was on the November 2nd episode of Monday Night Raw this year. And the New Day's last victory over the Hurt Business was at the November 23rd episode of Monday Night Raw this year. Now, starting off with the Hurt Business first is a big opportunity for them. A chance to finally become the Raw Tag Team Champions and bring some gold back to the Hurt Business. Because if they don't win this matchup, this Hurt Business faction will be almost non-existent and useless. So this is a must-win for the Hurt Business to bring home the Raw Tag Team titles. There is the idea of the New Day looking to continue their reign as the 3-time Raw Tag Team Champions. They've been the champions since October, and they're looking to make another successful title defense here. So coming from me, in this first matchup for the Raw Tag Team titles, I like the New Day, but I need the Hurt Business to win this. They need to be a relevant faction on Monday Night Raw, so they need to bring home the tag team titles here. So coming from me, I am going to go with the Hurt Businesses, Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander, to become the new Raw Tag Team Champions and defeat the New Day. And now the next matchup. It is for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Starting off with the challengers. They are the unlikely team of the reigning Raw Women's Champion, the Empress of Tomorrow Asuka, and her partner, Lana. And Asuka and Lana are challenging the reigning and defending WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, consisting of the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler, and the Irresistible Force, Nia Jax. Now, starting off with Asuka and Lana, this is a big opportunity, a chance to shock the world and become the next WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. But I have to say something about this. Why isn't Asuka defending the Raw Women's Championship here at TLC? She has not defended the Raw Women's title since Clash of Night of Champions Gold Rush in September. 3 months. Asuka has not defended the Raw Women's title at a pay-per-view. And the fact that Asuka is wasting her time teaming with Lana just because that's been the story on Monday Night Raw. Lana is looking to overcome the bullies of Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. And this matchup could turn into a tables match as early as Monday. So Lana's now got a partner. She's trying to get her confidence. But come on, folks. Let's be real here. She was getting punished because Miro is in AEW, where the real competition is, and Lana is just getting punish after punish, and then for some reason WWE is starting to reward her. She was the sole survivor of the women's Raw team at Survivor Series, and she wasn't even in the whole match. She just standing at ringside, did nothing, and she won off a count out. Think about that, folks. They're pushing Lana to be a top star in the WWE when obviously she's not. She's a great manager, yes. She's beautiful, yes. But can she wrestle? No. And the fact that they keep pushing her to think that she can wrestle, that she can compete, is a joke. And the fact that Asuka's getting roped into this when she's the Raw Women's Champion, it makes the Raw Women's Champion look weak right now. That she's teaming with a person that really can't wrestle, but looks good and can manage. But she can't wrestle a lick. And now we're supposed to believe that Asuka and Lana are big threats to the Women's Tag Team Championships? Please. They're excited to have the team of Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler looking to continue their reign as the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. They've been the champions for 4 months. And the problem is with this Women's Tag Team division, there's not enough talent to really be a legit division, because there's not a lot of women tag teams around in the WWE lately. I mean, Dana Brooke is hurt. Dana Brooke is doing things other than what she is. Mandy Rose is hurt. You got Liv and Ruby on SmackDown, which really would have been the better option here. And that's about it. The women's tag team division is almost as non-existent and as irrelevant as the WWE's tag team division on Raw and SmackDown. It's like John Cena. You can't see it. So coming from me in this matchup that could turn into a tables match for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. If Asuka and Lana win this, what are they doing with this company? What are they doing with those belts? You might as well just throw them in the trash because they are irrelevant. So coming from me, I'm really hoping I'm right here. I'm going to go with Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax to retain the WWE Women's Tag Team titles by any means and defeat the team of Asuka and Lana. And now the next matchup, it is a one-on-one showdown on one side. He is the former 10-time WWE Champion and a former 14-time World Champion. He is the Viper, the Apex Predator, the Legend Killer. He is Randy Orton. And his opponent will be accompanied by his Harley Quinn, Alexa Bliss, and he is the former 2-time Universal Champion. He is the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Now, these two have history. We all remember that rivalry in 2017 between Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, and it all culminated at WrestleMania in 2017 for the WWE title, where all the mind games were in full effect, and Randy Orton walked out the WWE Champion. So this is the first time these two have met in over 3 years, but this is the first time Randy Orton is meeting The Fiend. Now, starting off with Randy Orton first, this is a big opportunity for him, a chance to get some revenge against the man who really cost him a shot at the WWE Championship once again, and he's looking to find a weak point with The Fiend, and I think he found it in Alexa Bliss, and Randy Orton is looking to exploit that weakness and cap off 2020 with a big victory here. There is idea of The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, looking to get some revenge against Randy Orton after what Randy Orton did to Bray Wyatt in 2017. We all know The Fiend always gets people back for what they've done to Bray Wyatt, and The Fiend is looking to cap off 2020 with a victory here against the Viper. So coming from me in this one-on-one showdown between the Legend Killer and The Fiend, hopefully this matchup will be good. I mean, the WrestleMania match was just a clusterfuck of just not a great match. It was not a great match. It was a clusterfuck. That's the best way you can describe it. But coming from me, I am going to go with The Fiend to defeat Randy Orton by any means. And now the next matchup, and this one I'm really excited for because it is a tables, ladders, and chairs match for the WWE Championship. Starting off with the challenger. He is the former 2-time IWGP Heavyweight Champion, the second leader of Bullet Club. He is the former 3-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion, the former 4-time NWA Tag Team Champion, the former 2-time TNA World Champion, the former and very first 6-time X Division Champion, the former 3-time United States Champion, the former Intercontinental Champion, and the former 2-time WWE Champion looking to regain the gold here. And if you know his music back in TNA, you'll know who I'm talking about. He is
the phenomenal AJ Styles!
And the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, is challenging the reigning and defending 2-time WWE Champion, the chosen one himself, the Scottish psychopath. He is Drew McIntyre. Now, this matchup is definitely going to be an absolute banger because when it comes to TLC for the WWE title, it always delivers. Now, starting off with the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, he became the #1 contender for the WWE title by defeating Matt Riddle and Keith Lee in a sudden death triple threat match a couple weeks ago on Raw. And AJ Styles is once again back in the WWE title picture. And when it comes to TLC experience, AJ has the advantage because this is only AJ's second TLC match in his entire WWE career. And we all remember that 2016 showdown with Dean Ambrose at TLC 4 years ago when AJ Styles proved that he is phenomenal in any type of match. And AJ being the challenger for the WWE title makes him a huge underdog. There is how you have the champion, Drew McIntyre, looking to continue his reign as the 2-time WWE Champion. He defeated Randy Orton 1 week before Survivor Series to regain the title, and this is his first title defense since winning the belt back in November. Now, when it comes to TLC experience, Drew McIntyre is the heavy underdog because this is his first TLC match in his entire WWE career. But being the WWE Champion at TLC makes him a heavy favorite. Now, here is a huge dangerous fact. The WWE title has been defended 8 times at TLC. The title's only changed hands once. WWE champions here at TLC are 6-1. And the last WWE champion to lose the WWE title at TLC was John Cena back at the first TLC pay-per-view against Sheamus. So it's been a very long time since the WWE title has changed hands at TLC. And the last time the title was successfully defended was 2018. So will the experience of TLC come in favor of AJ Styles, or will the advantage of being the WWE champion at TLC give Drew McIntyre the edge? So coming from me in this tables, ladders, and chairs match for the WWE Championship, oh, this one's going to be so good. This one's going to be an absolute banger of a WWE title match. Now, as much as I would love to see AJ Styles become once again the WWE Champion for a 3rd time, I have to go with the chosen one himself, Drew McIntyre, to retain the WWE title by any means and defeat the phenomenal AJ Styles in an absolute banger. And now, the main event. It is the second tables, ladders, and chairs match, but this time it is for the Universal Championship. Starting off with the challenger. He is a former NXT World Champion. He is a former 3-time PWG Heavyweight Champion. He is a former Ring of Honor World Champion. He is a former 3-time Intercontinental Champion, a former 2-time IC Champion, and he is the former Universal Champion looking to regain the gold back, which he should have never lost 3 years ago. He is the prize fighter and Mr. Wrestling himself. He is Kevin Owens. And Kevin Owens is challenging the reigning, defending, undisputed 2-time Universal Heavyweight Champion of the world. He'll be accompanied by his business associate, Paul Heyman. He is the tribal chief, the man who sits at the head of the table. He is Roman Reigns. Now, this is the 6th one-on-one meeting between Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns. Reigns leads the all-time series 3-2. Now, Owens' last victory over Roman Reigns was all the way back 3 years ago at the 2017 Royal Rumble. So Owens has not beaten Roman Reigns in over 3 years. And Roman's last victory over Kevin Owens was on an episode of Raw back in 2018. Now, starting off with Kevin Owens first, this is a big opportunity for him. A chance to regain the Universal title that really he should have never lost in 2017. We all remember that 2016 run for Kevin Owens as the Universal Champion that started all the way in August of that year. I mean, he, with Chris Jericho, his best friend, and his title defenses against Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens was the best Universal Champion at that time. But the fact that WWE gave the belt to Goldberg, having Kevin Owens' job to Goldberg himself, and he never got another rematch for that belt for 3 years. This is a long time covering for Kevin Owens, and this is his first TLC match in his WWE career. I mean, Kevin Owens has been in so many different matches. I mean, last man standing matches, ladder wars, so many matches, but this is his first TLC match. So he's coming in as a heavy underdog when it comes to TLC experience. There inside you have the tribal chief himself, Roman Reigns, looking to continue his reign as the reigning two-time Universal Champion. We last saw Roman Reigns defeat Drew McIntyre at Survivor Series in a champion versus champion matchup, and his last title defense was against Jey Uso in that I Quit Hell in a Cell match in October. Now, when it comes to TLC experience, Roman Reigns has it. This is Roman Reigns' fourth TLC match in his entire WWE career. His record in TLC, however, is not good. He is 1-3, and his last TLC victory in his WWE career was all the way back at TLC in 2012 when he was part of the Shield defeating Team Hell No and Ryback. So it's been a very long time since Roman Reigns has won a TLC match in his WWE career. But the fact that we're seeing this new Roman Reigns we're seeing is far and beyond the best Roman Reigns we have seen in his entire career. That badass attitude, being the tribal chief, the head of the table, doing what this shirt says, showing up and winning. And the Roman Reigns we've been seeing has been more vicious, has been more methodical, and he has been the best thing on SmackDown. And he's really saving SmackDown every Friday. Everything else on SmackDown lately has been okay. Roman Reigns has been the top thing on SmackDown every Friday. And the fact that he has Paul Heyman in his corner, he has main event Jey Uso in his corner, and when it comes to the Universal Championship, Roman Reigns will do whatever it takes to, one, get up that ladder, get his title, and do what this shirt says again, show up and win. So coming from me, in this massive tables, ladders, and chairs match for the Universal Championship, this one could be really good. Their matchup at the 2017 Royal Rumble between Owens and Reigns was great. So I know this matchup is going to be good, and this one's going to be a hard-hitting affair. We're going to see multiple tables break, a lot of chairs, a lot of ladders. This one's going to be fantastic. But coming from me, I am going to go with my tribal chief, the man that sits at the head of the table, the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns, to retain the Universal title by any means and defeat Kevin Owens in a banger. And those are my TLC 2020 predictions. Now, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video today. Comment below. Who do you see winning the 2 tables, ladders, and chairs match for the WWE title and the Universal Championship? Do you see AJ regaining the WWE title, or do you see McIntyre retaining? Do you see Kevin Owens regaining the Universal Championship, or do you see the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns continuing his dominance? And who do you see winning the Raw Tag Team titles between the Hurt Business and the New Day? Who do you see winning the WWE Women's Tag Team titles between Asuka and Lana and Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax? And who do you see winning that one-on-one showdown between Orton and The Fiend? Let me know all of your picks and your opinions. Let's have a conversation about it. Of course, I'm always on to see your comment, like it, and of course reply right back to you, because comments and your opinions are always welcome on this channel. And I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching my TLC 2020 predictions today. Now, before you guys go, as always, you guys can never forget to do this. That like button, comment, share with your friends. Of course, super kick that like button like only you guys can. Of course, guys can never forget to do this as well. That subscribe button become part of this bigger and dangerous Dangerous Alliance, we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and YouTube tells me that 55% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel. So let's change that. If you're a fan of professional wrestling when it comes to WWE, Ring of Honor, NXT, AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and you're a fan of professional sports, super kick that subscribe button. It's free, and you can become part of this bigger Dangerous Alliance. And I will see you guys later tonight for my official Week 15 NFL predictions. Later days, guys. Have a wonderful week. Stay safe and peace.